Migration has been a huge flashpoint. More people were deported under my husband and Barack Obama without killing American citizens.
If you see warning signs of potential organizing, notify your building HRM site leader immediately.
I sure hope that the president would seek congressional approval before he invaded Venezuela.
Of course they are our common enemy. And then Daddy has to sometimes use strong language.
Maybe a rope.
Okay, give me the lead up. We're starting.
Okay. C.
No C. Just try your best.
Okay. I'm Alex.
I'm Bisel. Soy cubano.
And on this very special pilot episode, we were hoping to start off with a in-depth exclusive look at
Cuba. Cuba.
Sure.
Bienvenidos a todos. Es su podcast excepcional. Exclusivo por historia, el político mundo de Cuba.
Did you learn that just for today?
No, that was all. That was all
improv?
off the top of my head.
Ad-libbed?
Ad-lib. See.
Indeed. We're going to start things off maybe already with what we hope will become a little weekly segment called Random Country of the Week.
So today's country that we picked randomly
Indeed.
is Cuba.
Is Cuba.
Yay.
How did it go?
I forgot.
I feel like I just did the tequila thing. Tequila.
Cuba.
So, Cuba is a place. It is in the Americas.
Yeah.
It's actually between the Americas, some might say, in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And according to one AI top 10 facts videos, it may even be the biggest island in the Caribbean.
It may be. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay. But it is at any rate an island. It is in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
They speak Spanish, I guess.
Yeah.
Because of
So they were
it's
a Spanish colony. Exactly.
Right.
They were a big exporter of sugar.
Yes.
So there's a lot of sugar plantations that relied on
like a monoculture of sugar, basically.
Exactly. That basically relied on slave labor.
One thing that I found out about it that made it easy to kind of clip into history somehow. Apparently, Cuba's first round of revolutions with independence in mind, after having struggled for abolition for about a century, came around 1900, which is exactly a century after Haiti's revolution. And they're quite interlinked. Basically, the rate of exploitation in Cuba shot up immensely in the 19th century because it became home to all of the colonizer immigrants, the French who were fleeing Haiti after their slave revolution. So,
Right.
Yeah, all of these guys who went to Haiti to exploit slave labor and work for the empire just fled over to Cuba and started a system of exploitation there that was much more similar to what was going on in Haiti beforehand. Obviously, the Spanish who were managing it before were already, not peaceful by any means, but it was just less pressed for production.
And then, around the 1900s, there's a revolution, which America was very involved in.
Yes, so that's the outbreak of the Spanish-American War, right?
Yeah.
It's the Cubans revolting against the Spanish for independence, and the U.S. as like a kind of still nascent empire trying to expand into the Caribbean, starting its meddling program, basically.
Well, yeah, I mean, apparently there was kind of like a political dialogue discourse going on in the U.S. about whether U.S. wanted to be a European-style imperial power or more of a ally to Cuba.
Interesting.
So their intervention was a little bit maybe multifaceted or unclear.
Apparently, even before the U.S. chimed into helping on their War of Independence, there had already been kind of like a softcore settler colonial project going on where U.S. capital had been buying up land and equipment in Cuba. So the stage was already set so that all the U.S. Army really had to do was, get the right people who were already operating in Cuba as business people in place to run the place as gangsters or as political figures or whatever.
Yeah, it kind of became like the den of crooks.
Yes.
Like there was a big gambling industry.
Haven for shady casino owners or something.
Exactly.
But yeah, so independence, then they go through a couple of dictatorships that are U.S. backed, and then they have a revolution at some point. 1958.
Yeah, so there was at some point a democratically elected government that was maybe semi-US backed. I'm not really sure.
Right.
And
this is when Batista takes a break.
Exactly. So
Right.
Batista takes a break. He goes back to Florida, and then he comes back, and a US backed coup happens, and Batista takes power. Mm-hmm. But Batista is kind of autocratic, oppressive dictator, essentially. And then this kind of creates the perfect conditions for the Cuban Revolution to happen.
Which is led by Fidel Castro.
Exactly. And the way that it starts is that I think the revolutionary group lands in the Sierra something desert. And I think at first it was a total disaster, like half of them die off. But somehow they managed to like stick together and carry the revolution through and overthrow Batista's government.
Damn.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you read about what the name of his movement was at that time?
No.
It's 26th of July.
Uh-huh.
Or something like this, but it's a date. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if I've ever come across another date name group before, apart from November 17.
Is that the date that they got off?
No clue. No, I think they named themselves that before,
Right.
like while they were planning the attack. So it's probably a reference to some earlier revolutionary attempt in Cuba.
Because I think Fidel Castro and his revolutionaries were somewhere else training for this.
In Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Right, exactly, yeah. And were the Soviets involved at that point? Were they training them?
I don't know. My knowledge kind of drops off at this point.
Same, yeah. All right, that's a wrap, guys.
I haven't heard of anything about the Soviets backing them at this point.
Right.
Do you know anything about how they end up like being seen as so cozy to the Soviets as to get to the Cuban Missile Crisis?
No. But I can tell you that Cuba maintains about 60,000 vintage American cars. So maybe we focus on that a little more.
60,000?
Yeah, 60,000
cars?
Apparently called Yank tanks from Yankees.
Yank tanks, sure.
Because
are they all the same make, or are they various different
I think
types?
they're various different makes, but they're kind of classic old vintage cars.
What's an American car? Ford?
I guess.
What's another one?
Chrysler?
Sure. Rolls Royce?
So I think that's a little fancy.
Could be British.
Maybe, probably British.
Right.
So apparently what happened is that, they had all these cars, and then there was a US embargo, so they could no longer import any more cars.
Oh, right.
So to this day, people still drive these old classic cars around.
Oh.
Because they can't really import any new ones.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, bad for the embargo, but cool for the aesthetics.
Yeah.
Nice.
Exactly.
Also good for the environment.
Probably really bad for the environment. I think they did not have the concept of a catalytic converter in the 1960s.
To wrap up the historical revolutionary aspect of things, I think why the settler colonial, slow purchasing of land by capital thing took me by surprise was seeing it as basically the beginning of a long history that ends with America still owning Guantanamo Bay.
Yes.
Leasing Guantanamo
Technically.
Bay. Isn't there a thing of Castro was showing that he's not cashing the checks that they're sending
to this
him?
day, apparently they don't cash the checks.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you think they're just building a fund to kill them?
You think so?
That's what I would do. I mean,
Yeah.
in my mind, if if I'm in that situation and America's paying me every month,
Yeah.
and I don't really have the power right now to necessarily, afford a war with them for the sake of whatever, that tiny little piece of land that they do war crimes on. Mm-hmm.
Alleged.
Or, crimes against humanity.
Alleged.
Free Luigi.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if they're sending me $200 a month, I'm stockpiling them and then using them to buy guns and kill them, no? That's not where your mind goes?
No,
What
maybe.
do you
I
think
guess
he
what
does
I'm
with it?
what I'm thinking is that they probably, made a contract in the 1901 for $500 US.
Right.
And it's probably stuck at that price since
God.
because they're not, they're not really taking it seriously.
Right.
So probably I don't think that check is worth much.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But over time,
Compound interest.
yeah.
Albert Einstein said compound interest is the most powerful force in in the universe.
Every child in America will experience the benefits of compound growth.
Okay, so 60,000 cars. Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Yeah.
Any other fun facts about the country?
Did you know that Fidel Castro survived over 600 assassination attempts, mostly by the CIA, including plots involving LSD exposure in a TV studio and a tuberculosis-infected diving suit?
I did.
Oh.
Well, the tuberculosis-infected diving suit, actually, I hadn't heard about before.
Yeah.
Do you know about it?
No.
Okay, that's, I mean...
He had a big love for diving, so that was the plan. That was the plan.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, big diver.
Cuba.
Okay, so then Cuba gets its
does it
communist
get its-
makeover.
Oh, right, yeah. Under Castro.
Under Castro.
So, is Cuba the place, actually, that did the literacy drive where they send...
Yes.
So, what I've heard in the past... I've heard two things. I heard now that, like, the rebels themselves, before they won the revolution, would kind of win the affection of the locals as they were, like, gaining ground by, for one, paying fairly for their supplies, but also by setting up schools and offering them to educate or to at least teach people how to read and write. Then the really cool thing that I'd heard in the past was that the government sent all, like, 6th graders away for a year.
Yes.
You've heard that too?
To educate the...
They got off school for a year, and their job was go home and teach your parents and your grandparents how to read.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so apparently Cuba, so it had a massive literacy drive.
Uh-huh.
And the literacy went from, I don't know, some super low percentage to...
In the high 90s.
In the high 90s,
Yeah.
Exactly. And today it's 99.67.
That's crazy.
Which is actually higher than the US's literacy rate.
Gotta be higher than
Which
Greece.
is like maybe 80%.
What?
Yeah.
No, there's no way.
Well, so apparently literacy doesn't exactly mean you know how to read.
Okay.
It's like a more diverse set of skills. Like if I present to you a word that you've never seen before, would you be able to read it?
Okay.
Like that can also be literacy.
I see.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So super high literacy.
Right. Cool. Communist W.
Communist W.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. So yeah, my fact is they taught 700,000 people to read within a year.
Damn.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, it is child labor, actually, if you think about it.
True. Communism, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
Sucks.
Also, is reading that good?
Yeah. What do you need it for?
All you get is liberal media.
Exactly.
I guess I read for a lot of reasons, and the main one is so I don't end up being a waffle waitress.
But maybe let's talk about Cuban society.
Okay.
What is it like to live in Cuba?
Honestly.
You got some people that are saying horrible communist dictatorship,
Right.
dystopian. They can't get Coca-Cola.
True.
And then you got maybe some other people that are like slightly overcompensating. Oh, it's this communist utopia. Everybody knows how to read.
Right.
It's amazing. The reality is somewhere in the middle.
Surely.
From what I've read. So yeah, Cuba has been under U.S. embargo for ages.
Right.
I think the embargo was lifted, but then it was put again or something like that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And it's been terrible. Like, it was affecting even their ability to, like, drive funds for, because they had to run their own vaccine program because of the embargo, and they managed to make their own COVID vaccine. But even fundraisers that they were doing to purchase the materials that they needed were getting shut down by the U.S.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's like a ruthless,
pretty bad,
maybe like Iraq style, like sanctions and boycott type.
Apparently, since you mentioned doctors, it has the highest doctor to patient ratio in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
And they export doctors all the time.
Yeah.
They were exporting doctors during COVID for sure.
Right. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which kind of ties into another fact about Cuban society. So apparently, so the vast majority of Cubans, like maybe like 70% or something, are employed by the state. And generally salaries are pretty low. And this like fact that comes up a lot about Cuba is that taxi drivers make more than doctors.
Okay.
So this is true.
Okay.
But it's true because people like taxi drivers and door people are essentially rub shoulders a lot with American tourists who tip them.
Right.
And obviously the American dollar carries a lot more power than the Cuban peso.
Sure.
So indeed, you can end up having taxi drivers that are making way more than doctors. But it also like points to the fact that Cuba today is a society that is very heavily based on tourism. It's one of their main exports.
Do you know if it's still the case that you're automatically like blacklisted for US visa?
No clue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Editing Alex here. Since recording the episode, we've actually heard back from our special inter-American correspondent who managed to secure a first-hand source on the matter. Her source applied for a tourist visa to the US after visiting Cuba, and as a result was invited to an interview at their local embassy where they were questioned on the following subjects: why they went to Cuba, whether they had any commercial dealings there, whether they liked it, what the purpose of their visit was, and what is their opinion on the situation in Cuba. You may make of that what you will, and in the meantime I'll return you to the capable hands of our hosts. Back to you, boys.
Cool. Thank you for that wonderful insight into Cuba.
Yeah.
Basil? What are we going?
Basil.
Well, Basil.
Yes.
What else do you have?
Okay, so we're talking about the Cuban peso.
Right.
So apparently for like years, basically, up until like, I don't know, 2013 or 14, Cuba had a dual currency.
Whoa.
So it had one currency that was tied to the US dollar,
Yes.
and then it also had a local currency.
Okay.
But apparently they abolished that. It was getting too confusing for people.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Apparently at the time of Batista, the US dollar and the peso were about exactly equivalent.
Really?
Yeah, which means
Interesting.
that the 800 million pesos that Batista embezzled from the government are like billions and billions of dollars. Today.
Right. Yeah.
Just a cool little thing. Thought you might like it.
I do like it. Here's something you might like.
Okay, give me something I might like.
Cuba is home to the bee hummingbird.
Oh,
The smallest,
hummingbird?
yes, the smallest bird in the world at 2.2 inches.
Whoa.
And once, not anymore, also the second smallest frog, measuring 0.4 inches.
0. I don't know what those mean. I think, okay, this is a nice opportunity to take a little sidebar
Yes.
and peel back the curtain, the four-dimensional fabric wall, as it were. Set some ground rules.
Yeah.
Some boundaries.
Okay.
Something I've been working on
No
recently.
bird facts.
No imperial.
No imperial.
No imperial. I want to hear about your 2.2 inch, 0.4 yardstick, whatever the fuck, bee.
Yeah.
Tell me how big it is in terms I'll understand.
Well, like, what is it? An inch is like 3 centimeters, maybe?
Okay.
So it's like 7 centimeters?
That can't be the smallest bird in
The size of your...
Regale me, boy, with more Cuban facts.
Did you know that Cuba approved a new constitution in... Oh, your table's falling apart.
It does that. It's okay, don't worry about it.
Did you know that Cuba approved a new constitution in 2019,
No.
which recognized private property for the first time in decades?
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's sad. What? In what context?
What do you mean?
Tell me more.
Well, I mean, I don't know too much specifics about this, but this was also something that was happening bigly. In the USSR.
Okay.
I think generally in the USSR, but also in Cuba, they basically struggle with the second economies, like non-state operated economies,
Right.
essentially private enterprise, which also included housing.
Right.
So, you know, I mean, obviously, like the state mechanism did its best to provide housing to people, but it wasn't perfect. And, you know, there was a lot of situations where, you know, people were renting out an apartment that they had or whatever, or an extra room or something along those lines.
Sure.
And these second economies generally were this is all USSR knowledge, but I'm just extrapolating.
Okay.
These were all super problematic to the state economy of the USSR because essentially it was a black market.
Right.
So
they're trying to.
so they're
regulate
essentially,
it, basically.
exactly.
Right,
So
okay.
the Constitution recognized that. And it also set term limits for the presidency.
Cool.
Yeah, because Fidel Castro was the president since the revolution. Or maybe not, whatever.
And he is to this day.
No, he's dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Rest in peace.
Rip.
He handed off power to his brother,
Right.
Raul.
Yeah, exactly.
and then Raul gave it to someone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did he die?
I think old age. He was fucking old.
He was
Decrepit.
dilapidated. Dilapidated Castro.
Yeah.
Company. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice then, I guess. Whatever. But the political motion. I don't know. I don't have a take on. I have takes on private property, not in the case of Cuba.
Right.
So that's fine.
So would you visit Cuba?
For sure.
Based on everything we found out so far?
Oh, I don't know if anything we found out at all moves the needle. I think
Right.
I'm more oriented by like, it sounds cool.
What sounds cool about it?
I like the name of it.
Just the name.
I like how the word sounds. I want to be able to say I went to Cuba. It sounds, it sounds summery and sweet yet airy. Somehow.
I do know.
Yeah.
I was reading the Wikipedia page on Cuba.
Tell me about it.
And they did a real, what do you call it? Like, not cock block, but what was that thing where you're excited about something, but then you don't get it?
Bait and switch?
Not really a bait and switch.
You're describing a bait and switch.
A bait and switch is like when you get something worse.
Yeah.
But this is more like you're expecting to get something, but you don't get the thing.
Oh, it edged you.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
So there was a segment called Name Origin.
Right.
So I went to I navigated with a hyperlink.
Like Cuban comes from the Cuban name Cuba, which means the cube.
Well, no, it was like nobody knows where the name Cuba comes from. So maybe let's transition away from Cuba. Cuba this, Cuba that. I'm fucking tired.
A little bit. I have a question, and I don't know if you can answer it.
Go on.
Do you know what their flag's all about? Like what it looks like, etc.
It's like a star, and it's blue and red.
Right. It means America fucked you up.
Does it mean that?
It's got to be that.
Could be.
That's the Philippines as well.
Right. Yeah.
I think it means America wrote like 80% of your constitutions.
Yeah.
Man, this excellent Cuban drink that you cooked for us.
Thank you.
Nice.
What are you having?
What am I having?
Yeah.
Cuba Libre.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Really nice.
What's in a Cuba Libre?
So
what's in a Cuba Libre?
I don't know. What's in a Cuba Libre?
Or you're having it. Tell us. Describe us what it tastes like.
What it tastes like?
Yeah.
Okay. Orange juice pulp.
You fucking idiot.
When you asked
Blew
me.
our cover.
Well, when I'm dishonest, you're like, oh, you're dishonest. Let's start with dishonesty. Yeah.
All right.
And then when I'm honest, you're like, you fucking idiot.
Now that our cover's blown.
You blew my cover.
Now that our cover's blown, let's explain what's going on here.
Okay.
We were thinking of making Cuba Libres.
Yes, that's
which
true.
are rum, Coke, and lime.
Totally, I knew that.
But neither of us like rum and Coke.
I love rum. And
You said you didn't like it before.
Coke is BDS, but we love cola.
All right, yeah, rum and cola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I said I like rum. I literally said I like rum and tequila the same.
Hold on. I said I don't really like rum and Coke, and you're like, yeah, me neither.
No!
You fucking said that.
This did not happen.
All right, whatever. I don't like rum and Coke.
Okay.
So we decided to have tequila sunrises.
You did.
I decided to have tequila sunrises.
Well, you're making them, so it's up.
And then we said we're gonna lie about it to our audience.
Yes, you did. I don't believe in lying.
You did say you're having a Cuba Libre.
Practicing radical honesty.
This is a train wreck.
But your tequila sunrises are gorgeous. Nice. And are these also Cuba inspired?
No.
Did you think of Cuba while you made them?
Yeah, I guess. Okay. I'm always thinking of
Cuba. Are you lying again?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Cuba Libre.
Yeah.
I don't know if... so I didn't really research this. But the only time that they mentioned it in the Blowback podcast, I'm pretty sure I heard George W. Bush's voice say it. Like in one of those, you know the Obama bit in that cool song by the saxophonist where he's like do 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 do, and then Obama comes in and he's like una rosa del país.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't know that?
No.
Okay, we'll cut it in for our listeners. Let me cut it in.
No. Focus.
No, you gotta know what this is.
No. I'll do it later.
Fair.
Yeah.
It was like an ominous sound recording of George W., I think.
Yeah.
Like muttering in Spanish.
Yeah.
You know. Tengo la tener una Cuba libre.
Right.
So I feel like what I'm saying is it might not be politically what we suspect it is.
I'll tell you what it is. I actually know the origin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit me up.
So basically when the revolutionary, the first one, the 1901.
Okay.
There was American soldiers in Cuba.
Right.
At that point, they were already having the Coca-Cola syrup imported into Cuba. So it was very popular with the American soldiers.
Okay.
Because they were helping liberate Cuba, they would have their rum and Coke with the Coke syrup.
Oh.
Traditionally, probably not carbonated.
Okay.
Just the Coke syrup water, and they would cheers and say Cuba Libre.
Okay.
That's the origin.
Oh, so it is, yeah. It is an American colonialist chant.
I mean, yeah.
There's both sides.
Well, it was also, you could also argue it was anti-colonialist, but sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Cuba Libre.
There you go.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love it. Tastes amazing.
Thank you.
Like rum and Coke.
And
carbon and water. Sugar.
No.
Ricola sugar.
No.
Love juice.
No.
What is it?
Lime.
lime.
Yeah.
So much lime in it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
There's no orange pulp in this whatsoever.
The following message is brought to you by the Kagami Yoshi Broadcast Corporation.
Dear listener, thank you so much for listening to the first episode of the Untitled Variety Show. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter @Bad Variety Show. And don't forget to check out our YouTube for any bonus content. Rate and follow us on your favorite podcast platform and let your friends and neighbors know. Also, let us know what you would like to talk about next on the Untitled Variety Show.